What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Dino back once more. I was actually gonna do another video before this, a normal league video like I've done before, but I due to work haven't been able to do this last part of the building of Thildersil quest, but I managed to do it now, and I did it on one of my alts. So, I've seen several videos when it comes to the cinematic, and I've seen both, like, people really going in on this, like, really hammering their opinion in that this isn't the Horde, this isn't what we stand for, this isn't something that we can stand behind. Like, Sylvanas is just completely went mental. Like, this is crazy. And of course I've seen other things like Pyromancer, Accolon, that sort of takes a step back. Like, that made me think a bit. And also when I was done with the quest, I saw the cinematic, like, the thing that made me sort of stop for a second and think was the voice line that she has after there's cinematic. Like, I just take this few minutes now while I'm flying there on my main, because I want to do that part with you guys, like cutting through the quests themselves, because most of you, I would guess, have already done these quests once, twice, maybe even more than that. Just take a step back, like Pyromancer and Accolon said. This isn't really a change of character when it comes to Sylvanas. They had some really good points, and I don't want to take any credit for that, like putting that in perspective. I don't want to take any credit for that. That is purely Accolon and Pyromancer getting me to like realize. So all creds goes to both of them, and like, I'm way too small for any of them to even know who the frick I am. But like, ever since, from what I understood, ever since Sylvanas was introduced to us way back, she's been a Banshee Queen. She's been like a bit of a lunatic, if you catch my drift. Like, there is no way this changes anything when it comes to what sort of thing she would have done.
What a lovely sight. The wisps
like they said,
one by one, the wall
she
comes crashing down. Now is the
she
time.
herself
The world tree
is undead. Like, she has had hope ripped away.
Finish this once and for all.
Seen how hopeless it can be at times, especially in war. So for her to do something crazy isn't really out of character. Like, she doesn't fight against life itself. Yeah, she says that life is a burden, it only brings you pain and suffering. At a certain level, she has a point. At the same time, of course, there's a lot of good things about life, but that's not exactly who Sylvanas has picked up as her enemy. Not even close. And Accolon specifically highlighted this so well in his video. I'll make sure to leave a link to his video down below. Like, it really puts things in perspective for me. Because when I heard about it, I didn't really make up my mind whether I was against it or not, because I wanted to sort of hear what different people thought and then make up my own mind after actually experiencing it. But there's a specific part
on the field of battle
in that cinematic that he highlighted, where this night elf, or like the race itself, is a bit gone in my head at the moment, but this character lies there like hopelessly just waiting to die. And she kind of tells Sylvanas that you can kill us, you can wage war, but you can't kill hope. And by highlighting that specific thing, I realized the thing Sylvanas is against, it's not life. It is not the Alliance in themselves, it is hope. The fact that people have hope that keeps them going, that keeps driving them on, is what she is against. Her enemy is hope itself. And considering that she has been like that since she was killed, essentially, before becoming the Banshee. Like, there's nothing different about her. Yeah, she might have popped in a cinematic a bit quicker than most people would have expected. Like, one small thing that seems like a taunt made her flip the bed. But where's this any different from when she's been taunted by other people like Varian, or yeah, when? Like, at least from my experience, like, I haven't played this game for as long, so there definitely will be a lot of people out there that definitely has more to go on than me, and I would love to see anyone comment down below explaining why they think I'm wrong, or actually making it sort of a discussion. Like, that's one of the things that I really enjoy about Highlander, is that he keeps it at a discussion level, so we can actually come to an agreement or simply agree to disagree. So I'm gonna speed up until I'm at the last part, and then I want to show you guys exactly what made me sort of stop and think for a second. Outside of course, the parts that Akalon and Pyromancer showed. So let's jump to that one. I must say, Saurfang looks insane. Like, he's really cool.
What are we if not slaves to this
Right,
torment?
so I'm thinking about just skipping the cinematic, since, like I said, I guess most of you guys have already seen it. Most of those who will end up seeing this video probably already have seen it. So I'm just skipping that part, because now we get to the part that I'm talking about. Listen carefully to what Sylvanas says.
I have no time for games. When I sent you on this mission, I did not this outcome. Our attack was meant to end a war before it began. To capture an enemy's home and annihilate their leaders in one stroke. To inflict a wound that would bleed the Alliance dry. We have only partially succeeded. The Alliance will retaliate. They will come for us. For me, for you. But they are bleeding. Their anger will prove a weakness, not a strength, in the war to come. Rest while you can. Prepare for the battles ahead. I will have need of you.
So, did you get that? Okay. Like, this is the thing I'm talking about. I'm just gonna zoom in so it's easy for you guys to see, or just move it up here. She said, also, the tone of her voice, like that is really important through the entire voice line that she had. When I sent you on this mission, I did not foresee this outcome. Of course, that is understandable. Our attack was meant to end a war before it began. To capture the enemy's home and annihilate their leaders in one stroke. To inflict a wound that will bleed the Alliance dry. So, her plan in the beginning was, like I hope most of you understand and agrees with, it was not to destroy Tildersil. It was in fact to capture it, kill the leaders, and, at least from what I think, take it as a base, like keep it for the Horde. Like, that would be a giant punch in the face of the Alliance. She then continues with, we have only partially succeeded. Of course, since we ended up burning an entire place instead of capturing it. The Alliance will retaliate. They will come for us. For me. For you. But they are bleeding. Their anger will prove a weakness, not a strength, in the war to come. So, whether we captured it or burned it like we did, the war would still come. That is inevitable. The fact that this was not part of her plan proves that indeed she may not be as crazy as a lot of the community seems to try and make her, at least from the videos I've seen. She does indeed realize and know that the Alliance will in fact retaliate, and they will come specifically for her and of course us, the players, that are part of burning the entire thing. But they are bleeding. Indeed, if we ended up capturing Tildersil, we killed the leaders and kept the rest of the population there as hostages, there would still be a possibility of the Alliance managing to capture it back. Of course, that would be possibly the more morally right thing to do. I do agree. So don't jump the gun on me quite yet. On the other side, the fact that we did indeed burn the entire thing. Yes, some people will say that she's jack shit crazy, like worse than Arthas, worse than whatever. But if you think about it, this is also psychologically a clever move by her. A lot of people say that they want Vol'jin to come back and take over as Warchief, but think about it. The Horde in itself lives on the essence of the strongest survive. It is like the most brutal, but at the same time the most primal way of thinking. The fact that we now have a warchief that fights hope itself. That hasn't been driven so far into despair as she has. Of course, she will, in fact, be a bit of a lunatic. But at the same time, like, I can't get myself to completely go against her as a warchief. Like, yes, there might have been a lot better warships. There might have been warships that sort of fits the OG player's perspective. There might be warships like, it seems like Vol'jin is one of the warships that most people like. And I haven't been playing World of Warcraft for that long, I'm gonna be honest. I first started back when Mr. Pandaria came out. Which, in my opinion, I actually enjoy Mr. Pandaria, but that is simply because I enjoy the art style. The way they build up those zones, and of course the weapons, etc, etc, etc. I then came back at the beginning of Legion. So, for me, I'm used to Sylvanas being the warchief, but I also got to see like the cinematics and all that with Vol'jin. So I have to say I tip a bit more towards Vol'jin. I really enjoy how his character were and all of that. But I just can't get myself to completely go against Sylvanas. Simply because this is her character. I've been searching up and reading up on this, and never have she shown any other characteristics. This has been exactly who she is since she became the Banshee Queen. Like, way back when she actually became what she is. This has been exactly how she is. When you have this Night Elf being so stupid as to taunt her the way she did, in my opinion, she almost asked for it. She almost asked for Sylvanas to do something lunatic, to do something really, really insane. Like, so I just can't get myself to go so against it. Like, I have a feeling and an idea that Blizzard did this for a reason. They definitely did this for a reason. A lot of people have been like, oh yeah, I hope they just make it to seem like Sylvanas is the bad guy, like the Horde is the bad guy, and then some twist all of a sudden happens, like maybe, just for fun's sake, say that it was Odin that did it. Like, Odin wouldn't have done it, but like, everyone was expecting a huge ass twist. What if that twist hasn't come out yet? What if that twist still is waiting? Like I said, the tone of Sylvanas' voice in that voice line, it doesn't seem like she's too proud of what she did. It actually seems like she has some remorse, or not remorse, some hints of regret of doing that. That it was so against the original plans that she might even have a small amount of regret for it. She doesn't sound proud of it. She says that yet it wasn't planned. It ended up being an outcome. In the end, it might have been for the better. Because now the Alliance truly will come after us instead of just trying to capture the city back. Try to look at it like this is not a change of character. This is how she's always been. And yes, a lot of people think like this is morally wrong, but in the end we are the Horde. The Horde's philosophy is based around the strongest survive. If you're weak, you die. Done. End of deal. You're gone. Why is this all of a sudden... Don't jump the gun, please. Just hear me out. Why is this then so bad? When you have someone trying to show that whatever you do, the fact that you've slaughtered hundreds, thousands, still isn't enough to break our hope. Wouldn't it then make sense to push that little bit extra? To get the upper hand? To truly crush their hopes? And in the end end up victorious? Like I said, I don't exactly think this was the right thing to do. I'm gonna be honest, I would have rather seen Thildersil become a Horde city. That we indeed capture it and use it for our advantage. But at the same time, I don't see this as being the worst outcome. There could have still been a lot worse outcomes. So, I would challenge those of you who are actually willing to try. Watch the cinematic. After having watched the former cinematics, etc., read up on how Sylvanas' character is, then watch the last cinematic and listen to that last part of conversation. Then you will see this is exactly who she is. This was an outcome of someone trying to toy with the Banshee Queen, trying to toy with the enemy of hope. So, if you like horribly disagree, I respect that. I would like to hear why I'm wrong in the comment section down below. Or if some of what I've said in this video actually makes sense, like if you see my point. You might still disagree, but if you see what I'm trying to say. So for those of you who want to do that, comment down below what you think. I would love to read that. And let's try to get this video around. Like, let's try to make other people see this. Because I've seen so many videos, no one bringing up that last voice line or the last parts that Sylvanas is saying at all. I'm not seeing it anywhere. So let's try to at least make some people see this and see if we can change their mind about Sylvanas being the horrible, the bad, the crazy ass grey line banshee nuts. And see if we can actually make this make more sense. Hopefully you guys like this sort of video where I actually speculate a little bit and actually go a bit deeper, because I've started to really get into the story of World of Warcraft. It's actually something I find pretty interesting, and then watching several YouTubers like Akalon, Trade Chat, Pyromancer, and several like that, both Horde and Alliance people. Personally, I play both. I have an Alliance and I have a Horde character, or a couple, and I enjoy both. some people might say, yeah, you're horde biased, you're Sylvanas lover, whatever it may be. I enjoy the story of the horde. I enjoy some of the things about the horde more than the alliance, and the other way around. But at the end of the line, let's try to make a conversation down in the comment section. It's starting to get pretty late here, and let's try to make some of the other, not maybe the YouTubers, but some other people see this, and I hope this makes make you guys think and actually see things from another perspective. But if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button and smash that bell to be notified when I post videos. I actually have a couple of videos that I'm starting to make. I want to get back into the grind and actually start making videos more often. I'm starting to get the motivation back, and for every like, it motivates me so much more to keep going, because I enjoy making videos and I enjoy seeing you guys actually enjoy them. So until next time, this has been D-Note, and I'm out.